This week we have Venus, planet of love and relationships, as well as money and finances, moving out of her home sign of Libra and into the very magnetic and sensual sign of Scorpio, where she'll be until December 29th. We also have Neptune, ruler of the spiritual realm, things that are unseen and intangible, moving back to direct motion at 24 degrees of Pisces. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new Intuitive Astrology Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, December 4th through Sunday, December 10th, 2023. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen, Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger with Sacred Soul Empowerment, and we're here to do a weekly reading for December 4th through the 10th. For this week's reading, we'll be using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. Let's see if I can get that out. All right, so before we look at our stones of choice or talk about the astrology for the week, let's go ahead, settle in, and do an empowered moment. So if you close your eyes, relax your body, clear your mind of all thoughts, imagine that golden white light shining down from up above and all around, infusing you with divine love, providing you guidance and healing. Taking a deep breath and breathe in that golden white light into every cell of your body. As you exhale, you're letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. Also, you're visualizing a cord coming out of your root chakra as it travels down through all the layers of Earth Mother Gaia, connecting to her crystalline heart chakra in the center of the earth, which provides healing and grounding and nurturing energy with Earth Mother Gaia's golden elixir of light. Let's breathe that up and in through the grounding cord as you inhale, breathing it all the way up. And as you exhale, it's being dispersed from your root chakra all the way up throughout all of your chakras, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies as well. And let's focus your attention, if you will, on Venus, the planet of love, shifting into the magnetic sign of Scorpio, where she wants to dive deeper into love and relationships, where she wants to own her personal power within herself, and where she even wants to focus on matters of finances and money matters. We also have Neptune turning back to direct motion, and Neptune is a higher unconditional love. And as he shifts back to direct motion, it's intensifying and magnifying his energies of unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, magic and miracles, but also possibly magnifying illusion, confusion, and delusion. So let's focus on the positive of Venus moving into Scorpio and Neptune shifting back to direct motion. And let's intend that it is bringing us to a deeper and higher state of love. Unconditional divine love that runs deep and strong And with the Scorpio magnetism energy, where Venus is entering, that it magnifies, intensifies, and it attracts new blessings of opportunity, and it attracts deeper meaning in our relationships, and it attracts magic and miracles from Neptune shifting back to direct motion. Take in a deep breath and breathe in that intention into every cell of your body. As you exhale and in your own time, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. Let's get ready to look at our stones of choice for your special message a little bit later. So the first stone, this is Ancestral Light. This is an Ancestral Light special intention pendant. And all these pendants and many, many more are available on my website. So if you want that last minute Christmas gift, you might want to take a look at these. So the Ancestral Light is wrapped in silver wire. It's Reiki charged with the vibration of Master number 22 for being grounded in one's own personal power and focused on confidently moving forward on one's path. Also, Master number 33, number of Christ consciousness and spiritual healing throughout all lifetimes. The planet Pluto's magical powers to dig up and wipe out unpleasant memories, ancestral ties, traumatic experiences, and emotions engraved deep in the subconscious mind. Activation and balancing of the root chakra to support and foster feelings of safety and security, connection with Earth Mother Gaia and her nurturing energy and therapeutic healing powers, and the energies of Archangel Michael for the severing of cords to the past and divine protection. Okay. These are all cabochons, by the way, which means they're kind of a slice and with a flat back. Just kind of let you know a little bit more about that pendant style. Because the next one, also being a cabochon here, is rhodochrosite. And rhodochrosite, this is wrapped in silver wire, and it's Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 2, number of balance and equality in partnerships, and with the vibration of the number 9, number of unconditional love and compassion, which is what we were just talking about. Both Libra and Scorpio energies of partnerships and energetic merging with another. The qualities of Venus, planet of love, romance, and relationships. This one has Goddess Aphrodite infused into it. So the energy and qualities of Goddess Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty and passion. And also it's infused with Archangel Shamuel's energy of assisting one with finding a fulfilling soulmate relationship. All right, and then pendant number 3 or stone number 3 here is this beautiful blue shattuckite. Wrapped in silver wire, Reiki charged with the vibration of Master number 11 and Master number 33 for increased psychic abilities, including clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, the energies of the planet Neptune and Uranus for connecting to the higher spiritual realms and the God mind. The activation of the crown chakra, third eye chakra, and throat chakras for opening up to higher guidance and wisdom, having clear inner sight and vision, and speaking one's authentic truth. And this one has the energies of Archangel Uriel for creative inspiration and wisdom, and Archangel Michael's energy for strength, courage, and leadership. All right, so let's look at those one more time here. We've got the Ancestral Light, again, cabochon. We've got the rhodochrosite, cabochon. And this one is actually a shattuckite, cabochon. Okay, let's talk about the astrology for the week, which, by the way, if you haven't also watched my December monthly video, you'll want to make sure to tune into that with the numerology vibration of the month, the transits of significance. It's definitely a month of endings and new beginnings. So make sure you go to my YouTube channel and watch that as well. All right, so for this week, we have Monday the 4th. This is when Venus, planet of love, relationships, money, finances, moves into Scorpio. Scorpio is a money sign as well. It deals with other people's resources, other people's money. It also deals with death and rebirth and personal power. It deals with transformation and change. So there's a lot going on with Venus moving into Scorpio, where she's going to be until December 29th. To me, Venus is this kind of divine feminine energy planet. So the divine feminine is empowering herself or taking back her power where need be here. On Tuesday, the 5th of December, Venus, newly in Scorpio, is in a positive trine connection to Saturn in Pisces. Now, Saturn is the teacher of karmic lessons. He rules responsibility. He can be about limitation, restriction, and delays, but this is a positive trine connection. So let's look at the positive qualities of Saturn, which is commitment, manifestation, feeling grounded, having a clear sense of oneself. Basically, it's like this very strong rooted kind of energy with Saturn, and it's in Pisces. Saturn is more like an earthly third dimensional planet, but it's in Pisces, which rules the higher realms, the spiritual realms. It does rule past lives, magic, miracles, and so it's an interesting place for Saturn to be right now anyway. And Saturn spends 2.5 years in each sign of the zodiac, and he's pretty fresh here in the sign of Pisces, so he's going to be here for a while. When you couple that with the positive connection to Venus, I feel like there can be a magical manifestation of resources happening. And whether those resources are money and financial, or whether they're resources of other people's time, referrals, gifts, blessings, there's something positive here that's kind of being created or being manifested, that's rooting in here, and even rooting us into our personal power. On Wednesday, the 6th of December, this is when Neptune turns back to direct motion at 24 degrees of Pisces. Neptune is really, really slow moving. So it's been in Pisces for a few years, and it's at the 24th degree, so it doesn't have much longer to go, and it's going to end up moving into Aries within 1 year to 2 years. That's going to be very significant, okay? But right now, Neptune is in his home sign of Pisces. So we've got the planet that rules the spiritual realm. It's water, it's emotional and creative and visionary and psychic, and it's in Pisces, which rules the same thing. It's our dreams. I want to say when Neptune is slowing down and turning direct on the 6th, a few days before, a few days after, pay attention to your dreams. I feel like your dream time is going to be more colorful and more active. Your meditation time can be more connected to speaking with angels and guides and those energies of other dimensions. Our psychic abilities are heightened. Our healing abilities are heightened. We might not feel very grounded. So just be prepared that you'll want to take extra special care to ground yourself, use grounding techniques, because Neptune turning to direct motion can just magnify Neptune's qualities, which is, again, this feeling of being unfocused and ungrounded and confused and feeling like you're floating, or, so if you're having any of those kind of symptoms, of course, go see your doctor if need be and whatnot, but also know that Neptune's influence can cause us to feel a little spacey. On Thursday, the 7th, the sun, which is in Sagittarius, the sun rules how we're shining our light and confidence and courage and personal power, and it can be associated with career and success as well. It's in inspirational, visionary, far-reaching Sagittarius, which is optimistic and happy-go-lucky for the most part. So the sun is going to be in a positive connection on Thursday to Chiron, which is the wounded healer, bringing up past life wounds. But because it's a positive trine connection, this is supportive of the healing that needs to take place within ourselves, healing those wounds of independence or self-identity or, your sense of self. And I feel like you'll be more optimistic and more inspired and just more enthusiastic as far as moving forward in life. Also on the same day, December 7th, we have Mercury, planet of the mental realm, ruling our thoughts, ideas, perceptions, and communications, in Capricorn. And it's going to be in a positive trine to Jupiter, planet of abundance, prosperity, blessings, as well as higher learning, wisdom, and knowledge, in Taurus. So one thing to pay attention to is that Mercury is getting ready for a retrograde motion. It doesn't happen this week, but very soon Mercury is going to be turning retrograde in Capricorn and retrograding back into, Sagittarius. So we're already having maybe some misunderstandings or miscommunications or technology issues, travel issues, timing issues, that kind of thing. But on this day, Thursday, Mercury in practical, grounded, focused, goal-oriented, ambitious Capricorn is in a positive connection to Jupiter that rules the expansion principle, that rules this idea of, again, all different types of blessings and abundance that can come in. I want to say the abundance here is an abundance of new information, because that's what Mercury rules. Abundance of new information, abundance of messages, abundance of energies surrounding our career, life purpose, life path, our goals, etc., because that's what Capricorn rules. On Saturday the 9th, we've got Venus in Scorpio opposing Jupiter in Taurus. Now, we already know that Venus is love and relationships, money and finances. We also know that Jupiter is abundance, prosperity, and blessings. They're opposing one another. They're both in money signs. Jupiter is in money sign Taurus, and Venus is in money sign Scorpio. So there definitely can be something financial here. Now, that could be needing to put out a lot of money on something and spend a lot of money. Jupiter can expand that. And it's like, oh, I got to make this big purchase, or something unexpected where I have to put money towards this and I wasn't expecting it. That can happen. But it's also possible that there could be some new prosperity and abundance coming to you as well. And that could be from your own efforts, which more the Taurus energy is about our own efforts, or it can be coming from outside of us, from other people or organizations or other resources, which is more the Scorpio energy. So stay tuned. We'll see what that's all about. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides for the week now. So we've got the first card is Major Arcana 8, Justice. Now, this is one of those tarot decks that interchanges the Strength card and the Justice card, because in a lot of tarot decks, it's Major Arcana 11 is Justice, and Major Arcana 8 is the Strength card, which is usually got the lion on it with the woman. This one, though, the Archangel Power Tarot, this one interchanges those two. So in this case, the 8th card is the Justice card. And the number 8 in numerology is about empowerment, right? Being empowered and being a leader and taking charge. And so it has that feeling like, justice will be done. If we own our power, justice will be done. This is ruled by Archangel Raguel. He's an archangel that can really kind of assist us behind the scenes with like other people and circumstances, to where he's kind of like a mediator. It's like if we've got a problem or a challenge with this organization or that person, Archangel Raguel can come in and kind of mediate so that justice kind of comes into play for both parties, so that the best possible solution is come up with for both parties. So he's great at helping us with bringing in the solutions. And with the Justice card and the scales of balance, he is trying to, have things be balanced and fair. So there is a thing here where it's like we want equality and we want justice and fairness to happen for both parties. And I know we want it for ourselves especially, but this is kind of like justice for all. The message at the bottom, it says fight for justice and equality. And it says rulings that are made in your favor. Don't give up. So if there's been a struggle, if there's been a challenge, especially with Mercury being in its shadow before its official retrograde cycle, if there's already been some issues with somebody, don't give up. Keep on going. Keep on, using your power in the positive and correct way, and assert yourself in a positive way. Speak your truth. Say what you need to say. Ask Archangel Raguel to assist you with justice, that justice be done, basically this week. And it basically does say that rulings can be in your favor if you kind of, have the best for all concerned in your mind when you're asking for assistance. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. Now, the next card came out as 2 cards. So let's look at the first of those 2 cards. Okay, this is a little bit more of a challenging card. It's the 10 of Gabriel. This is like the 10 of fire, the 10 of wands. The traditional tarot 10 of wands, you usually see a person with like carrying a heavy sack of something on their back, and they're bent over and the sack is heavy. It is about like carrying burdens. It's about feeling a heavy weight on your shoulders, feeling this heaviness that you've been carrying. But the good news is that the number 10 means that you're almost done carrying the burden. You won't have to carry it for too much longer. There's going to be relief soon, okay? And it says at the bottom, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. So that makes sense. Working too many hours, so you might be working too much, burning the candle at both ends, just putting forth too much physical effort, and you're getting depleted of physical energy. And it also says trying too hard to please others. So there's also that tendency to be a people pleaser. You're carrying all this heaviness and burdens because you're carrying other people's stuff. Maybe you're carrying other people's emotions because you're very empathic. Maybe you're trying to make everybody's life more pleasing and easy. And so you're taking on other people's responsibilities and burdens, which is getting to be hard on you. So basically, just be careful that you're not impeding on someone else's free will, first of all. You're letting people take responsibility for their own lives. You're not taking on too much other people's stuff or even too much of your stuff, because you're feeling a little bit tired and depleted and maybe overly frustrated and undercompensated. And this is saying, that you're getting to the end of wanting to do that. You're going to get to a point where it's like, throwing all of that off and saying, I'm not carrying this anymore. It's not mine. So, maybe we can find a middle ground here. You're still able to help others and, assist others, but you got to have proper boundaries and not take on other people's stuff at the same time. You got to say, you know what, I don't have the energy today to help you with that. I don't have the time today to assist you with that. Right now, I just need to rest, or I need to take care of some things for myself, whatever that might be. This is like, have some good boundaries here and don't take on too much. Let's look at the card that came out with this. Okay, we have another 10 card. This is the 10 of Michael. So this is like the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords, that can be a challenging card as well, with our thoughts and perceptions and communications with other people. But again, just like the 10 of Gabriel or the 10 of Wands, we're getting to the end of something, right? It's like the end of a negative way of thinking or a negative perception. The end of this difficult kind of like communication or way of viewing the world or myself or my plans. It's like I'm getting ready to kind of release all of that. And it says at the bottom, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So this person is kind of on stage. They're taking a bow. They're saying, you know what? Thank you for all these situations that I've had in my life, even the challenging ones. But I'm at the end of this show. Basically, I'm at the end of this circumstance and situation. I'm taking a bow, I'm releasing it and letting it go, and I'm ready to move on with what's behind the curtain or what's on the other side of the curtain, or for the new play or the new scene that's going to happen once the curtain closes and then reopens. So it's interesting that the two tens came out together. So here again, this is definitely indicating that we're coming towards a completion phase of certain situations, circumstances, ways of thinking, feeling, or experiencing in our life. Let's look at the last card. All right, so the last card is another major arcana. This is major arcana 5. This one is entitled Divine Guidance. In the traditional tarot, it's known as the Hierophant. The Hierophant is usually a spiritual figure of authority, like a priest or a rabbi. This could also be like a lawyer or a counselor, because they're in a position of authority, when we're seeking their assistance or help. I like that this is called divine guidance, though, because it has the feeling of you're seeking divine guidance maybe within yourself. Maybe you're seeking divine guidance from an authority figure, a spiritual authority figure. Maybe it's a counselor or a therapist, or maybe it's a psychic reader, an intuitive, a healer, a doctor, chiropractor. It could be any tangible person, but it could also be seeking divine guidance from your angels and guides. This one is ruled by Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon helps to carry our prayers and intentions, if you will, to a higher level, a higher spiritual levels. It's like I'm putting out this prayer or intention. I'm seeking assistance or guidance from those of the heavenly realm. Archangel Sandalphon kind of takes those prayers and intentions and brings them in the appropriate energies or places or spiritual masters or whatever you want to call it, and they're heard. Okay, now it says at the bottom, the search for meaning in life. So I think for the whole year of 2023, with the 7 vibration that we've been in for this year, we've all been searching for the higher meaning. It's like, what has been the meaning of this circumstance, that situation? What's been the meaning of this whole year? I don't know. I feel like that. Maybe I'm just saying everybody else does too, and that might not be the case. But we're searching for the meaning in something, in a situation or circumstance or in life. And then it says, consider an alternative approach. So we might have been thinking this is the only way it can be. This is what I've been waiting for, but that's not forthcoming. This is the direction that I believe I want to go into. So it might be time to start thinking of alternative solutions, alternative possibilities, alternative potential here. So consider an alternative approach. And then it says, surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So support groups, healers, friends that have your back, that really have your best interests at heart, connecting with, networking with maybe new friends, new people, or people that you already know. So this is definitely kind of seeking that guidance both spiritually and on an earthly level as well. And I feel like the fact that it came up last means that it's forthcoming. It's coming to us, right? So whether it's from the archangelic realm or spiritual realm, or whether it's from our friends or family or loved ones, or again, a person that's in some sort of what we might call an authority position, someone who's there to kind of help and assist in some way. So all in all, we've got 2 powerful cards on either side of those 2 tens. We've got personal power and justice, coming in, and divine guidance, messages, information coming in. And in the middle, we've got, something's coming to closure, something's coming to completion and coming to an end. So all in all, I feel like it's a pretty good, energy week this week. Let's go ahead and see what your special message card is, depending on your stone of choice. So the first special intention pendant was the Ancestral Light. Let's give this a little shuffle. And special message this week for Ancestral Light people. This one's calling my attention in the middle. And it says air spirit knowledge. So in astrology, the element air, it rules Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Those are the air signs, and they're all about information, communication, perception, ideas, thoughts. So to me, I feel like there's a lot of messages coming in for you, just like that divine guidance card that we ended for the collective. This reminds me of the 6 of Swords in the traditional tarot, because we've got somebody in a boat, right? And they're traveling forward in the boat. This particular person looks like she's traveling in the air, which is why it's called air spirit. but there's definitely some forward movement, forward moving thoughts or new thoughts, new possibilities, new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new ways of perceiving, new ways of communication from our angels and guides, or maybe more open, honest communication with family and friends or people that we're working with. But this is a lot about information, wisdom, knowledge, and messages that are coming in. So pay attention, and not just from messages from like real people or from your spirit guides, but I want to say through like totems, like number symbols. There could be a message. Animal totems, there could be a message. Something that you read or see on a billboard or in a magazine could be a totem message. Something you hear in a song could be a totem message. So there's knowledge to be had here that's going to assist you in moving forward. So just pay attention. All right, let's go ahead and see the special message for the Rhodochrosite people. Rhodochrosite, special message for Rhodochrosite. The one that my bottom hand is touching here, I'm going to pull out. That one seems to want to come out. This happened for the monthly reading for December, you guys. I can't believe it. Okay. So when I did the monthly reading for the whole month of December, the special message card for the first two stones came out the same, just like they just did now. That's really strange. But everything that I said about the air spirit, the knowledge, the wisdom, the messages, if you're kind of like skipping through to the second stone of choice here, you're going to want to go back to Ancestral Light people, because this is the same card, same message, same interpretation that's coming out for the Rhodochrosite people. All right, I'm going to put that back in the deck again. All right, I'm going to shuffle again, and we're going to the Shaddakite, special message for the Shaddakite people. This one's calling my attention here in the middle. This one is different. It's Daffodil Fairy. The Daffodil Fairy says new beginnings. So if you watch the December monthly reading, I'm going to talk about it being a 19 universal month for everyone. And the number 19 is made up of 1, which is new beginnings, and 9, which is endings or completion. So there is new beginnings, some little glimpses of new beginnings that are happening for the people that chose the Shaddakite. But if you kind of look at the image and look at what this card is entitled, Daffodil Fairy, Fairy Realm Spring, Daffodil, flowers blooming, spring, new beginnings. Spring is when the sun moves into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the spring equinox, meaning spring. So I want to say that the spring of 2024 is when you're really going to see the manifestation of whatever these new beginnings are. I feel like you'll get glimpses of them. Maybe you envision or have a visualization, an idea in your head of what the new beginnings are this week, or you're sending out intentions to the universe about what the new beginnings are this week. You might even see some manifested new beginnings already starting to occur, but you're really going to see something bloom. You're really going to see the expansiveness of it, the beauty of it come around in the spring. So we're talking about, I'm going to say between April 21st and May 20th is the time of the sun in Aries, which is considered, again, the spring equinox at that April 20th, 21st, 22nd point. So this is when something new and beautiful and wonderful and creative and sunny and joyous and positive starts to occur. It doesn't mean you can't have anything wonderful coming in beforehand or that there's no opportunities to be had, because I feel like you'll still have something going on, even in this month even. But, they're even saying too, like February is going to be a time of some strong new beginnings as well. But this especially for the Shaddakite people. So you're going to have little glimpses and blips of it, but the springtime of 2024, look for something sunny, joyous, positive, and wonderful happening. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the weekly. Again, make sure you watch the monthly and check out my website if you haven't done so in a while. I got, especially again, we're leading up to the Christmas holidays. There's some new pendants that have been put up there. And if you're not on my monthly newsletter list, you might want to go ahead and put yourself on it. Usually every month I do like a discount code on something. It might be an intuitive reading service. It might be a healing service. It might be on the pendants. But usually every month there's some sort of discount on something. Plus, again, you'll get some great information energetically of what's happening with my, little article there that I do. You'll get information on classes, workshops, lectures, guided meditations, mini reading events, things like that. You'll get the information on what's coming up for the month as well. So sending you all lots of love and light, many blessings, happy holidays to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your love and support, your comments on my videos. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you next week. And soon we'll see you next year. Love and light, everyone. Namaste.